I'm watching this Bitcoin breakout very, very, very closely. And I'll tell you why I'm watching this Bitcoin breakout very closely, because there is a chance that if this Bitcoin rally holds, this Bitcoin rally, this specific one, this specific breakout that we're talking about here, could be the biggest and longest lasting Bitcoin rally since I got into crypto. And I got into crypto like late 2014, beginning of 2015. I know that's a big statement to make, but I'm going to show you why I'm making such a big statement and why I'm watching this specific rally with so closely. If it breaks and if it holds, I have a feeling that this could be the biggest Bitcoin rally that we're ever going to see. And if it's not this one, then I'll show you how to find the next one that's going to be the biggest one. So I think it's going to be a massive show today. Let's get into it, guys. Big show. I know it's a massive statement to make. After moving sideways for so long, you move sideways, and then you get this. You get some guy coming out here and saying, "This is going to be the biggest rally in Bitcoin's history," and you're like, "What is this guy smoking?" But that's probably exactly why it could be the biggest rally in history. Josh, this color is not blending nicely with your colors here. Josh doesn't like this color, this jacket color. Let me know in the comments if you guys like the jacket color. Josh is complaining it's messing with the color of my face, skin color, etc., etc. I'm going to talk to you about why I think that this rally may be one of the most hated and most powerful rallies in the world. I'm also going to talk to you about some altcoins and why they may be going on a very, very similar rally. Also, we're going to talk a little bit about Baked. Got a lot to talk about today. First of all, someone says jacket is fire. You see, Joe, are they telling me it's absolutely fine? They love the jacket. It's fire. It's only you that's not loving this jacket, bro. So quickly, just before we get into the alpha, and there's lots of alpha here today, tons of alpha. If you want the alpha, just smash the like button, destroy it. If you like the jacket, smash the like button. If you're enjoying the pump in Baked and you think it's the beginning of maybe a much bigger pump, like I told you yesterday for the haters, just smash the like button. We're going to talk about that today. Also, subscribe to the channel. I see since yesterday 3,000 people have subscribed. So there were haters here yesterday. I think they're gone. And now look how quickly people are subscribing. Just keep subscribing. If you subscribe, you can get the Banter bags. Now, what are the Banter bags? You know what the Banter bags are. We get $1,000 of pre-IDO tokens. We put them. Look how many $1,000 we've got here. We put them into the Banter bags. When we get to 1 million subscribers on Banter and 350,000 subscribers on Banter Plus, we give away the Banter bags to 10 lucky users. Now, look here. Today, we've got a new Banter bags protocol. Gave us $1,000. Who is this terminal? It's Runes Terminal. What are Runes Terminal? Runes Terminal is an infrastructure provider for runes on Bitcoin, which is like the new standard of NFTs. Well, it's not like NFTs. It's like a new token standard. You could say it's like not NFTs. It's it's like the BRC20 standard on Bitcoin, on the actual Bitcoin protocol. Now, Runes Terminal is the infrastructure provider. It has an IDO, it has like a launch pad, and the utility of a token is also to participate in the launch pad. I think that these runes are going to be big when the market actually turns. And so these guys gave us $1,000. I would keep an eye on these guys. Full disclosure, as usual, we always disclose everything. We are investors in this protocol. We invested a long time ago when they were raising money. And I think the protocols actually come to life now. I think the protocols actually come to life now. And actually, if you invest now, you're in a better position than we were because they're not doing these 100x's and 1000x's and whatever else. All right, listen, let's get into the alpha of the show. And let's talk about why I think that this rally might be the most powerful rally that we've seen in Bitcoin, and why it is that I'm sitting here and I'm watching this chart. Like literally, I'm watching this little chart over here. You see this chart here? I'm watching this chart. Why? Because we broke the trend line over here. And the whole month of June was a downward move, and we broke the trend line. And I turned around and I said, okay, we broke the trend line for the month of June, and we could actually see a very positive month of July. And I know what you're thinking. You're sitting there thinking, bullshit. This market ain't going to pump, right? We've heard the story a million times. You're going to say, Run, you've made 1,000,001 videos. Just hold on one sec. There's someone here who said the banter bags, winning their banter bags would change your life. Where is that? Where is that person? My dreams are winning the banter bag. Bojan Spasovsky. If Bojan Spasovsky is a subscriber of Banter and a subscriber of Banter Plus and has a Banter exchange account, Bojan Spasovsky has just won himself the banter bags. He is our winner in the banter bag. So if you are Bojan Spasovsky, you can see him, Bojan Spasovsky. He says his dreams are winning the banter bags. Maybe today I'm going to make your dreams come true. If you're a subscriber to Banter and you were a subscriber to Banter Plus, and you have an exchange account that we can pay in, you're a winner. How's that for changing someone's life today? Because that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep changing people's lives. That's why we're here. That's why we carry on doing this. Bojan, well done, brother. I see you in the chat. Today's not your first time in the chat. I see this. So you are a winner. Anyway, let's get back to the show. So I know that when I say to you that there is going to be a rally, you look at me and you go, what are you talking about, a rally? Honestly, what are you talking about? And I understand. And the reason why I understand is because every day we think there's going to be a rally. Every time we get a breakout, and then we get a green day on the bubbles. And then after we get a green day, we get a red day. And then we're back to where we started, right? And so no one believes this rally. No one believes this rally. And the thing is, when people have got so much PTSD, when you have worn down a community so much, when you get a community and a bunch of holders in any kind of token to a point where they are in absolute non-belief and just do not believe that the token can go hard or that the tide can change, that is when you get what is called a hated rally. And a hated rally is one of the most dangerous types of rallies. Now, I want to read you this because this is quite important. He says, look, this is exactly what I mean when I say sentiment rules above all else. Sentiment is bigger than price, which is bigger than fundamentals. That's true. I get a raging hard one when I see the feed pissed about tickers I post. It's almost as if you can feel their frustration, their disgust and complete disdain for these tickers. I choose screaming through the screen. That also means that every seller who wanted to sell has already sold, and all the people that are holding the token are diamond fucking hands, okay? And then all we have pushing the token up is new buyers and people with FOMO. He says, like I said, I don't like betting on the horse other than that people have bet on. I'd much rather bet on the horse that everyone else is about to bet on. Historically, this is the sentiment that brings the greatest returns in trade setups. He says, peace out for my fellow printers and watch the haters as I mint millionaires. And what he's talking about is, he's talking about a phenomena called a hated rally. What is a hated rally? A hated rally is when the market and the token holders are so disappointed and so fed up that everyone has just started selling. And then the problem with a hated rally is that all the weak hands are out. Not half the weak hands, but all the weak hands are out. All the short-term holders are out. All the paper hands are out. And then the token actually starts to rally. And then you get a magical combination of something happening. You get new buyers coming in and buying the token. But you also get the guys that sold coming in and doing their revenge trade. So like if you think about this, think about the fact that you sell your Solana on the way down as it's going down from $200 back down to $8, right? So we all know this happened with Sol. And let's just imagine that you were one of the Sol people, the people that got. Let me quickly get that chart for us so we can actually talk about this. So what you can see is, we all know this, that Sol, let's go on to the weekly, just makes it a lot easier. Some people bought Sol somewhere around here in the 200s. Sol went all the way down to $8. Now all the way down to $8 people sold. But there are some people that sold over here. And when they saw Sol jumping up and crossing this level over here, what did they do? They started to FOMO in. And so what you get is, you get a combination of new buyers, you get a combination of FOMO, and you add a little bit of revenge trading and people that think, why the hell did I sell? I've got to get back in and I've got to get back in. And what that causes is it causes the most hated fucking rally. And what we know about the most hated rallies are that the most hated rallies are called the most hated rallies because they are the most aggressive rallies. And they are the rallies that take the token the longest. They rally the longest. They are super aggressive because of the FOMO, and they do not fucking stop. And that is why they call them the most hated rallies on the market. Let me show you some hated rallies. Here's a hated rally for you. The NASDAQ. No one in November believed that the NASDAQ could run, and the NASDAQ is up. NASDAQ, you're talking about like the biggest market in the world, is up 40% year on year. Let me show you some more hated rallies. NVIDIA. NVIDIA is, I would say today, one of the most hated rallies ever because it just doesn't stop. You're talking about a stock. I mean, just get this. You're talking about a stock that since November 2023 has done a 10x. A stock, not a crypto product, a stock. And there are so many haters that keep calling it down. And what does it do? It just keeps going up. Actually, it's done more than 10x. It just keeps going up and up and up and up and up. This is what you call a hated rally. It's one of the craziest things. Here, let me show you another hated rally. The Solana rally from $8 all the way to $145. One of the most hated rallies in the history of rallies. Why? Because we shook out the weak hands. All the people that were frightened, we shook them out. We got to this point and everyone was fighting Solana and said that Solana was dead. But you know what happened? Solana wasn't dead. And so what happened was everybody started to use Solana. And then the people that were left in Solana were the strongest hands in the world, the strongest hands in the market. And what did they do? They bought and they bought and they bought and they bought and they bought. And people started to FOMO into Solana. And then you got this aggressive, look at this aggressive move. This is FOMO buying. This is people going, shit, it went from 8 to 20. I missed it. And then look how long it went from 8 to 20. To go from 8 to 20 here took us, here, let's just get to here, this 20, I mean, took us like 113 days. But look how quickly it went from this point to this point. It took us 40 days. This is what happens when you get a hated rally. And hated rallies typically last longer than, and go much higher than everything else. And remember, hated rallies are when everybody feels exhausted, everybody's exited, you've got the weak hands in, but you've got a high quality, high fundamental product, and the fundamentals catch up to the market sentiment. That is what you call a hated rally. And as SM says, don't forget to smash a like button. I see only 824 of you have smashed the like button. So now let's go back to Bitcoin. Why am I so gung-ho about this potential rally that we've got in our hands? Why am I sitting here and watching a chart, which I never actually do, and say, is this breakout going to hold? Is this breakout going to hold? Is this breakout going to hold? Because we've been moving sideways for 125 days. Nobody believes that Bitcoin can rally anymore. And I bet you that if we get to 71,000, people won't believe it because they'll just say this is another one of those rejections. And because of that, we've shaken out all the short-term holders. Just look at where the short-term holders spent output ratio is. Just look how low it is. And look what usually happens when we get to these levels. Look, there's a spike here, there's a spike here, and of course there's a massive run up here. Look what's happened to YouTube viewers. Look at the numbers here of YouTube viewers. This is like the YouTube viewers now are probably the lowest they have been in the whole cycle. Not us, not our channel. Our channel is growing like crazy. Our channel is absolutely exploding. Maybe. This little breakout, maybe, I don't know if it's the right one, and that's why I'm watching. I can't tell you if it is or it isn't, and I've been excited multiple times. But maybe this is the actual breakout that takes us into the uptrend. And if it is, maybe it lands up being the most hated rally. And if it is the most hated rally, then I know a couple of things. The first thing that I know is something that Sheldon taught me, and we'll talk about Sheldon later, that I know that the longer the accumulation, usually the bigger the move, which means that if there is a move up, this move up is going to be this big. Now, it can be a move down as well, but it's going to be a big move because, I mean, even if you look at the last move from 40 to 60, we only went sideways for 68 days. We've gone sideways for 125 days now, okay? So now that no one believes that Bitcoin can rally, but the fundamentals and the technicals are showing that, hold on, maybe we can rally here. We have an uptrend over here. This is now, the macro higher low, and Bitcoin we've now had the higher low. So remember, if we went and we got a lower low in the charts, if we got a lower low, it was a problem. But we actually have a higher low in the charts, which means that it's confirmed the trend. The next thing that I want to show you is that we've got the Bollinger Bands. Now, we spoke about the Bollinger Bands yesterday. The Bollinger Bands are the bands that show the compression on Bitcoin. Now, when I look at the Bollinger Bands have only been this tight. I spoke about this yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times since the beginning of Bitcoin. Since the beginning of Bitcoin. The beginning of Bitcoin. In the first time, we had a huge pump from Bitcoin from 12,000 to 50,000 plus. The second time it went down. The third time we went up. The fourth time we went up. And now the Bollinger Bands are telling us that we're about to get a move. You have an asset that has been around for, call it 15 years now, give or take. 14 years, 15 years, whatever, however you call it. And in 15 years, this is the tightest that the Bollinger Bands have ever been. So we are expecting a move. Now, if we get a move, it could be one of the most hated moves in history, right? And everything's showing us that the move could actually be an up move. We've had a 2-month golden cross. Look what happened every time we've had a 2-month golden cross. This is every single time since the beginning of Bitcoin. Let me just show you. Every single time, move up, move up, move up, move up. Every single time. There's a weekly hidden divergence. I don't really want to talk to this, but what he says is the last time that this happened, Bitcoin rallied from 25 to 70,000. We need a green weekly close to confirm, but we could be taking off soon. Okay? The stock market shows little sign of slowing down and Bitcoin needs to catch up. The Fed liquidity is the net rate of change of Fed liquidity is in the last... The Fed's net liquidity rate of change spike in the 15 months. The last time this happened, Bitcoin rose 40% in 1 week. I'm not assuming you're going to repeat it, but you'll have to see it. Also, if we look very far down the line, we've got the elections, and Trump is talking about maybe having the head of Robinhood compliance as the SEC chair. Now, wouldn't that be like a crazy, crazy, crazy thing? So in general, what I'm saying is, look, I know we're all beat. And I know we're all tired. And I know it's been rough. And we'll talk about altcoins in a second. But it just feels like nobody believes that Bitcoin can rally. And I kind of believe that if I got on the phone now and I called people and I said, listen, be buying Bitcoin, you know what I think they'd say to me? I think they'd say to me, bro, you keep telling us to buy Bitcoin, but it doesn't move. We're not really interested. That's exactly the point. And that is what 𝗕𝗥𝗢𝗔 actually says. He says the market is boring with less volatility. There's less interest from buyers and sellers. Retail exit liquidity, there's no more retail exit liquidity. Retail exit liquidity is not here. It's the ideal time for Bitcoin, for whales to accumulate Bitcoin, and they are. We're still in the bull market, but it's become boring. Now you can see that every other time that we've been in this yellow time, except once, which was here. Every other time where the accumulation point has been here and it's been yellow, guess what? We've rallied. And this time, if we do rally, nobody is going to believe the rally. And that's why, if we do rally, we could get into this part of the rally. And if we get into this part of the rally is representative of a hated rally. And hated rallies last the longest and are the steepest of all the rallies. So what Crypto says, he says in hindsight, it's going to be obvious. So we can't see it now, and now we're all beaten. And to be honest, we've had the spirit taken out of us, especially after yesterday. It was a bad day for me. I don't know about you. It was a tough day for me. We'll talk about that. But no one believes the rally. And when the rally comes, it'll probably melt faces because no one believes it. And on the way up, people will still not believe it and still not believe it and still not believe it. And then we're going to get to a point where we're going to have so much FOMO. And as we get more and more FOMO, this rally is just going to continue and continue and continue. And it's going to do to people what NVIDIA did to people in the stock market. Now, that is what you need. That is what we need. What we are preparing ourselves for. So remember, be careful of hated rallies. because hated rallies are exactly that. They're the most powerful, dangerous rallies in the world. And right now we're gearing ourselves up for a hated rally on Bitcoin. But actually even worse than Bitcoin, or even better than Bitcoin. We have a situation where on altcoins, you'll agree with me, it's been the worst trade ever has been to hold altcoins. Man, it doesn't feel like altcoins are ever going to recover. If I tell you to buy an altcoin, you actually feel like you want to vomit, right? Unless it's a meme coin. Like, no, I'm not buying altcoins. Altcoins are a scam. Altcoins never perform. And you're actually right. You know why you're actually right? If you look at the performance of altcoins relative to Bitcoin, what this chart is, it's published by Cryptomanran. It's others, which is, others are the top coins, including Bitcoin and ETH, I think, over BTC. And you can see that relative to BTC, altcoins are in a bottom. In other words, I mean, this is the bottom of the last cycle of altcoins relative to Bitcoin. This is the bottom of the last cycle. This is where we were in June 2023, and we are bottoming again. I think it's safe to say that unless you've been holding specific alts like Arweave, like Solana, like ETH, like NEAR, that if you've been holding a larger bag of alts, it's been the worst investment of your life. And the truth is that no one really believes that alts are going to rally anytime soon. In fact, right now, if people walk in, they say, look, we're going to buy Bitcoin because there's no chance that we're buying altcoins. But remember what we said is that when people have given up, when people have capitulated, just look at this altcoin buying signal. Just look at this altcoin buying signal. It's like below zero. Just check, look at this. It's below zero. It's like zero interest in altcoins, zero opportunity in altcoins. But it will change. And when it will change, nobody will believe that it's going to be an alt season. And when nobody believes that it's going to be an alt season, I mean, let's just agree. The people that are left in altcoins, in most altcoins, not all altcoins, are the diamond fucking hands. Like, honestly, if you've been able to hold altcoins, congratulations to you. You are diamond hands. You honestly are diamond hands. If you have been able to hold on this long, you are diamond hands. And there's lots of you. And those that have, you guys are like the diamond hands that held Solana at $8. And the problem is that when Solana started running after the $8, when Sol started running after $8, then what happened is people started to get this huge FOMO because the fundamentals caught up with the price, caught up with the fundamentals and the usage of the chain. And that will give us the most hated rally. And you can kind of see already that Bitcoin has lost its shine. Usually Bitcoin used to move up and Bitcoin dominance used to move up. Now you're getting Bitcoin moving down and you're getting dominance moving down. In other words, the market is starting to say, look, if Bitcoin's going down, altcoins stay up. And you can see that in the Bitcoin dominance chart. So I think that Bitcoin will have a hated rally. But when altcoins actually start to rally, then we're going to get a huge hated rally on altcoins that is going to catch most people off guard. And when that happens, people are going to FOMO in like absolute crazy motherfuckers because they're going to realize that this is the rally that they've missed. And that will take the rally much higher, much faster, and much longer than any other rally in history. And we've seen it a million times. We see it every single bull market. We see exactly the same thing. Let me show it to you in the last bull market. Okay, you can see it. Total, let's look at total 3. Let's look at the last bull market. This is the period, this here is the period of hated rally. When you go sideways for 707 days, that's hated rally. But then you go from here to here in 280 days, in 1/3 of the time. That is how aggressive a hated rally is. And I'll show you some hated rallies in a second. We're going to get a hated rally on Bitcoin. We're going to get a hated rally on altcoins. The ETH ETF might be the trigger for the altcoin hated rally. I'm not sure. But I do want to show you this, that every time that we get these hated rallies on altcoins, they are aggressive. Here is a hated rally on Chainlink in Q3 2023. It went up 137%. I remember this. It chopped forever. Let's just quickly go to link. And let's look at 2023. Link USDT. And let's look at 2023. Okay. So, yeah. Just look at how long Link moved sideways for? This is by the way weeks. So let's just look. Okay. It moved sideways for 525 days. Okay, 525 days it moved sideways. And then it moved from here to here in 21 days. And the move was a 130% move. Why? Because it was a hated rally. Because in the 525 days, can you imagine what the Link Marines were thinking? We believed. How did we believe? This is a crock of shit. Link is a stable coin. It doesn't move. Boy, oh boy. But then it does move. And when it does move, holy shit, it does move. Now someone says, 𝗥𝗢𝗢𝗡 says, Link is sad, but I still hold my $7 entry. You're right. And that's why I think that Chainlink is actually primed for another hated rally. I think that Chainlink is about to have another hated rally. Why? Because again, Chainlink is doing that thing where it moves sideways and sideways and sideways and sideways and sideways. And it's doing it again right here. It did bounce. We finally got the bounce. But then it is moving sideways again. Here, let's just quickly get the ruler and just see how long it's been moving sideways for. It's been moving sideways for another 238 days. You know what's going to happen next. You're going to have another hated rally. And you can see that the whales are actually the whales and the institutions are loading up on Link. There's going to be a hated rally. It's going to leave a lot of people behind. And when it does, it's going to be so fucking aggressive. Why? Because Link is real world assets. So what are you telling me that Larry think there's going to be an ETH ETF? They're going to put everything onto chain, but the Oracle ain't going to run. Yeah, right. Come on. You know better than that. I know better than that. It's just following the market cycle. While it's moving sideways, we accumulate and we wait for the hated rally. And when that hated rally comes, we're sitting back going, Solana from $8 to $200. Solana from $8 to $200. Now, someone here says, can't wait for it. Can't imagine that happening on XRP. That would be the world's most hated rally, but I don't think it's going to happen. And I'll tell you why I don't think it's going to happen. I think hated rallies happen to coins where the fundamentals have to catch up with the price. Where the price has to catch up with the fundamentals. That is what I think a hated rally is about. If a project is a crock of shit and it just goes down, 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 that's not a hated rally. A hated rally is when you know there's fundamentals. You hate the fact that the price is not keeping up with fundamentals. And then the price catches up to the fundamentals and you say, I was right all along, and the haters all go, why didn't we believe it? 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 That's a hated rally for me. And so I think Link is about to have a hated rally. You want to talk about another hated rally? Let's talk about another hated rally. Remember Solana? And Solana was on the most amazing uptrend specifically against ETH until the ETH ETF got approved. And people said, they said the following. I'm going to remind you what they said. They said that Solana is only about meme coins. There's an ETH ETF and the thing's going down. And I circled, this is the chart that we circled together. And I said, this here was the area of peak FUD. It was 0.38682. And that's where I said, it's peak FUD. Let's buy. Solana versus ETH. Now look at Solana versus ETH again. This is a hated rally. Why? Because everyone believes that Sol is only about meme coins, that ETH is getting an ETF, that Sol's not getting an ETF, and that there is no way that Sol can rise against ETH. But the fundamentals of Sol are saying otherwise. The fundamentals of Sol are saying otherwise. Now, remember I said, when the fundamentals detach from the price and the price goes down or sideways, chop sideways, we get a hated rally. I think we could see a hated rally on Solana very soon. What is it? Why? Because just look at the fundamentals. Solana printed a new all-time high in monthly economic activities. Now, what's monthly economic activity? It's the amount of fees that a chain actually produces. Now, what are the fees that the chain produces here? 91 divided by 1.1 billion. Okay, what is 91 divided by 1.1 billion? Let's just get a calculator and work out the exact number. I have a calculator on my phone, but I'm sure that in the chat you guys are going to work it out much quicker than me. 91 divided by 1 billion. Okay, we're talking about 0.08. So 0.08. Okay, so 8%. Call it 8%. Now let's look at that and compare it to ETH. So Solana is generating is generating $1.1 billion in fees. Okay, so $1.1 billion in fees annually. And the Solana market cap, the Sol market cap right now is $69 million. So we say 1 billion divided by 69 billion equals 1.45%. Okay, now let's compare that to ETH. Okay, let's compare it to ETH. ETH did $160 million in fees. Okay, so remember the Solana ratio is 1.4%. ETH did 160 million, so $2 billion annualized. We'll give it the benefit of the doubt, divided by 400 billion, which means it is, so it's 2 million divided by 400, 3, 1, 2, 3. No, sorry, it's 2 billion divided by 400 billion. So 0.00025. Okay, which means that Solana relative to ETH is 20 times or 15 times undervalued. Why is it undervalued? Because memes are dead and Solana is only used for memes. Okay, but memes are not dead. And as much as you want to say that memes are dead, unfortunately, the data is showing you something completely different. The data is showing you that every time that we think that memes are dead, you know, they're not dead. Look at the 7-day performance of meme coins, Solana meme coins. Yeah, it's the third most best recovering sector, Solana meme coins, of all the sectors on CoinGecko. The fundamentals and the price are detached. The haters are saying that Solana, it's time for Solana to die, but Solana ain't dying. And if you look at the price to sales ratio, if you look at all the fundamentals of ETH versus Sol, Sol is undervalued at the moment. But yet the market was pricing Solana going down against ETH. If this runs, it will be another hated rally. And if it does become another hated rally, you know what that could mean for Sol. The fundamentals of Sol have never been better. I quickly want to go through some fundamentals. First of all, you saw the price fundamentals. On a revenue generated model, Sol is 20 times undervalued relative to ETH. 20 times. So just work that out. Okay. I mean, there's 2 Sol ETFs in the thing. Sol's got ZK compressions. Sol's launched this thing called Blinks, which is blockchain links, which kind of allows you to send Solana from any application to any application with the click of one button. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but it's a frictionless light. I mean, you can see the demo over here. You can just send, you can buy a bottle of wine. You can take a bet on any platform just using these blockchain links on Solana. And I'll do a full show for those of you who don't know what Blinks are. What I'm trying to show you is that, again, there's going to be a hated rally. Now, read this. Sol ran from $8 to $150, was such a hated rally. Do you know what's the most hated rally right now? ETH. Is Sol grabbing market share from ETH? Absolutely. So this was talking about the ETH hated rally. And remember that when ETH started rallying, it caught everybody off guard, right? Hated rally. Be careful of hated rallies. And so I tweeted this last night, because last night I was looking at the bubbles. And what I saw, and I don't know if it's still happening now because this was last night, there was a hated rally, and I saw the LayerZero token. Just quickly find it. Zero. Why is it not flashing? Let's have a look. Oh, I said or. Huh? Oh, 𝗔𝗤𝗙𝗧. Okay, so 𝗔𝗤𝗙𝗧. Here we go. Look, that's a hated rally. Why? Because at 270, when I told everyone to buy this token like crazy, because I said it's not logical. Bang. No one bought it. Now look how quickly it's gone up. Which token could you have made? Which major token could you have made 50% on in the last 2 days? Here we go. Hated rally. You see what happens with a hated rally? Now everyone starts FOMOing in. That is a hated rally. And so I was sitting last night going, hold on. If we get a pump now, there are a bunch of tokens that the market punished too hard. LayerZero, hated rally. The next one that I think could be a hated rally, ZK Sync, because it came onto the market. And all it did was fucking dump. Let's look at it on Banter Bubbles. I know every time I do this, Josh's heart drops that this thing's actually going to work. Don't worry, Josh, it's working, bro. Okay, look at ZK Sync. Just down since it's launched. Okay, it will recover at some point. And when it does, maybe we will get a hated rally. The next one, Celestia, Starknet. Remember, for it to be a hated rally, you have to have fundamentals which are good and improving, and price which doesn't actually match fundamentals relative to the market. And that's why that is what will cause a hated rally. You saw one in LayerZero. You saw one, I mean, all these can get, Saga can get a hated rally. Dimension could get a hated rally. All these could get hated rallies because the market has absolutely fucking destroyed them. How do you identify a hated rally? Let's quickly make some rules. Number one, are all the weak hands out? Are all the paper hands out? Number one. Number two, have you put the holders through all hell and they are still holding on tight onto their bags? Three, are there good fundamentals? And can you separate the fundamentals from the price? In other words, is the price not representative of the fundamentals? Yes. If you've got all those, then you could get a hated rally. And if and let's maybe add a fifth one. The fifth one is, how does it get valued relative to its peers in the market, right? So just let me show you this example over here. Starknet launched with a 30 billion FDV with no users. ZK got the hint and launched at 5 billion and down only in perpetuity. There will be no buyers, just VCs exiting their bags. So now the question is, how do you value the one next to the other? If there's two tokens and the two tokens are valued differently next to each other, but they're similar, there could be a catch-up trade, and that might be the most hated catch-up trade of all time. So that is what I'd be looking for. I'd be looking for the most hated rallies. Yeah, Ionet, another one that could be in the making for a hated rally. Just put these people through a little bit more pain, and I think we'll get a hated rally. Now, someone says this, says, one area I always keep my eyes on is the coins that are hated with passion. Then it just comes down to timing. At a minimum, these will offer some form of mean reversion. In other words, the market goes, above the mean and below the mean and above the mean and below the mean, and they will experience some form of mean reversion. You want to look for an absolute exhaustion of sentiment. What this looks like is the coin is flooded to oblivion. Then not many people talk about it. This is reflected in the chart with clear signs of exhaustion and range formation for a while. Now, unless you're a narrative trader, you have a clear understanding in terms of the mechanics behind the coin, as well as what the team is working towards. You wait until you see some strength and you enter on the other side of the V. And that, my friends, is what a hated rally is. And I think that, I don't know if Bitcoin and altcoins are going to break up here. I don't know. Could be. Maybe not. Maybe it'll go down. Maybe it won't. But if it does, and when it does, it becomes the most hated rally in crypto. Hated rally in crypto history. And if that happens specifically on altcoins, then I just want you to keep thinking the same thing. Nvidia. Just keep thinking that. Just keep thinking Nvidia. So that is what the hated rallies are about, my friends. Wormhole, another one that possibly is going to be a hated rally. This is, I haven't seen let's go look at the fully diluted valuation of Wormhole. I think the token is W, right? Yeah, W. Let's look at the FDV. 4 billion. 4 billion, I don't know if it's going to be a hated rally, because is it going to be? I think it's still too expensive. So that's what the hated rally is. They're the most dangerous rallies in the whole world. And to be honest, I think where we are getting a hated rally today, and I want to talk about this because I have to talk about this because I got to get something off my chest. I read this tweet last night. Look to buy baked at the break prior to the range. That would confirm a clear deviation alongside a big push in buying volume. Could be the most hated rally in crypto right now. Look at when this guy posted this tweet. And he was 100% right at 17 cents. 1.7 cents. Okay, he would have doubled his money today because Bake got to 32 million or 32 million market cap. He would have doubled his money. He was 100% right that this was a hated rally. Now, I want to talk about this hated rally because I think it's important that we talk about Baked and the hated rally. You guys came here, and it's not you guys, but a lot of you came yesterday and on Twitter and on all the other social mediums, and you guys gave us hell. You called me a scammer. You called me a scumbag. You called me a thief. You told me I was the worst person in crypto because the price of Baked failed. Cool. I get it. I was disappointed. I was very, very, very disappointed at the launch of Baked. The reality is that we got sniped. We took the best advice possible from the best people possible. We know a lot about meme coins. We took all this information together and we put it all together and we decided to launch Baked on that dgen.fund platform. And I don't want to go through the whole story again. And we got sniped and the guy made $3 million. And this guy's been tormenting us because he's actually still been buying and selling the token. We keep following his wallet and we still keep buying and selling. He still keeps buying and selling the token. But the reality is that we did our best to launch the most amazing meme coin. And the people who were the most disappointed about the fact that the meme coin didn't launch was us. And specifically was me, because I put my heart and soul into launching the fucking meme coin. I planned forever. I took my team and I put them onto the launch of Baked. And as far as I know, Baked and specifically Gummy and Baked and all the other coins that we've launched, I don't know any other channel. I don't know any other channel. Maybe I haven't seen it, but I don't know any other channel that has actually even thought or attempted to give their community so much value for free. We launched Gummy. We gave you guys $250 million worth of value for free. We literally said, just use Bubbles app, sign up for an exchange, don't give us any money. We launched a token. We were the only channel ever to launch a token. The market cap of Gummy went up to $250 million, and you guys said we were kings and you loved us. And what did we try and do? We tried to do it again for you guys, to give you guys free money again. What did you do? We launched it. It wasn't a very successful launch, I'll agree. We got sniped. It was disappointing. The snipe created a lot of FUD. FUD. And therefore, everyone started dumping and everyone started calling us a scammer. Go look at my Twitter comments. Honestly, I'm going to take you to my Twitter comments and I think it's fucking embarrassing. Honestly, I think it's embarrassing. And I had to endure all of this. I had to endure all of this shit. Why? Because I was brave enough to experiment. I want to take you to some of the Twitter comments. I want to go back to the other day over here. I want to go back to these days here. The amount of abuse that I got on these days. Here, let's just see if it's still here. Let's see if we can even find it. People just. There was so much abuse in my Twitter. It was actually ridiculous. Now I want to be very, very, very clear. Number one, I don't know any other channel in the world that gave tokens to their community for free. Even meme tokens made you buy tokens on OpenCurve. We literally created tokens and gave you the tokens for free. We took our company money. We put our people behind it. We did our best and we wanted all the coins to succeed. And one worked very, very, very well in a good market. And one, to be honest, in the beginning didn't work, but actually now shows signs that maybe this community is so fucking strong that we may actually get the most hated rally in the world. And you can see it. I just want to give you some perspective. This was the dump that we originally got because of all the FUD. This was when we released the airdrop. And look, nobody's been selling. In fact, after the airdrop, everybody's been fucking buying. Probably one of the most hated rallies in crypto. And long may it last. But I want to be honest in terms of how I felt. I did my best to give you guys a fucking meme coin. And believe me, I want the meme coins to succeed. I want Gummy to succeed and I want Baked to succeed. And we did the one we tried to do the one way and the other one we tried to do the other way. And we launched them. And the one worked very, very, very well. And we made a lot of people very fucking rich. And the other one didn't work as well. And hopefully they will both recover and both make people rich. The reality is, I challenge you to show me one channel, not only in crypto, but actually one channel in the world on anything that has given so much value away to its customers. Yes, we made you use a Bubbles app for free. Yes, we made you sign up to exchanges so we can distribute, right? But then to be called a scammer because some Peppermint's bot guy managed to snipe our tokens and to be told that I'm the worst person in the world. Look, the reality is you ain't going to wear me down. And I loved what Sheldon said. I don't know if you guys read Sheldon's tweet. I had breakfast with Sheldon. He says, today I stand up for Banter. This company, including myself, work hard every single day for the past 3 years, him for 3 years, to build the most profitable community in the world. We actually give a shit. We're the ones trying new things every day for the community and the business. We have been through bad patches in the past, and you know what happened. We remained here. We stood up. We fought. We built schools for free. We built tech for free. We built a powerhouse and showed everyone that we're the real deal and we ain't going away. Things will go bumpy at times, but we'll get up and we'll fight hard and we'll never quit. This is the mentality at Banter. But he says, this mentality of loving us when things are amazing and attacking us and calling us scammers when things go wrong is ridiculous. It's simple. Either you believe in us and you're with us and you believe it will never quit and we'll be here every single day. I was here after I lost so much money on Luna, building with you guys every single day. And you can be part of the most amazing community in crypto. If you believe it, obviously cut the negativity. And I see that today, there's a lot of people here that are here. Remember this, myself and many Banter people don't need to be here. We are here because we give a shit. We are here because we believe in the mission. We want to change as many people's lives as possible. If you want to change your life, and that's the only reason why I'm doing this crypto content, because crypto changed my life. Lastly, to those who've always been through our side, through the ups and downs, we love you. We're here for you. We are grateful for you as you make us strive to be better every day. So I'll leave you with this. Banter is the #1 media channel in crypto. We will not stop until we've achieved our purpose and changed everybody's lives. If you back us, then put your helmets on and let's make it happen again. Myself and Banter will see who's with us back at the top. And he said, Cryptomanran, I'm proud of you. And guys, that's how I feel. And yesterday, which was, again, probably one of the toughest days that I've had because I was so disappointed by the Baked launch, and I was so disappointed that people were calling me a scammer after I did everything that I could to sort shit out and to make it happen. I actually sent a message to the management group, the internal management group at Banter. And I want to tell you what I said to the management group inside Banter, because I think that you guys are actually part of our family. I said, look guys, today wasn't the best day for me. Trust me, I had to face the camera, I had to face the comments, and I had to face the tweets. But despite all my negativity, my conviction remains unchanged. And here's why. We are the market leaders. We are the market leaders because we are willing to take risk and innovate. We are willing to go to places that no one else has even thought of. Okay, now, the reality is that being in these places means that sometimes we'll succeed, but unfortunately more times we'll fail because we're not doing things that other people are doing. No other channel in the world thought of giving a free meme coin to their community and actually gave their community a free meme coin. That's just one of the things we've done. No other channel in the world that I know about has given their community free schools. We've given over 200,000 people free schools. 200,000 people. Free schools that would have cost you $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 anywhere else. Okay. What is important to remember is that we always innovate in good faith and with our mission at heart, and our mission is to build the most profitable community in the world. We will make mistakes. When we make mistakes, we're going to fail fast. We're going to take the learnings. We're going to be humble. We're going to be transparent, and we're going to be truthful. But we're going to get up fast, and we're going to try again. And I said that the last point, I want to read you the rest, and I'll actually get it first. And I said that the last point is actually the most important point. And that last point is that what's important is not, let me just get it here. So what's important is not that we get up fast and, that we innovate, but that when we fail, we get up fast and we try again. So I'm just going to scroll and get the rest of the message that I sent last night. Just 1 second, because I see that this WhatsApp actually cut it off. 1 second. Okay, so what I said is, here we go. So I'm going to carry on reading it to you. Not every day will be a winning day. And we've had a great streak. When the tough days come, we must face the tough days with the same conviction that we faced the good days. We acted in good faith. We tried our best to make our community rich. We did it for free and we never took 1 cent. No other platform that I know ever gave so much to their community for free. And once we gave it to them, we even created another platform called meme staking to try and give them even more money for free by launching Baked. The first time we did it, we were heroes. We tried again and we got caught by front runners and we got caught by snipers. Now we have 2 options as a community. The first option we have is to slow down and not innovate and not try and do new things because we are scared of failure. The second thing we can do is we can pick ourselves up, we can dust ourselves off, we can learn from the 1 or 2 mistakes that we did make, and we can double down and keep innovating and trying to make our community the richest and the most profitable community in the world. So either we're going to slow down because we're scared of failure, or we're going to double down because we need to win. I've made my choice. And then I ended off the thing by saying, I feel today the same way that I felt the week after I lost all my money on Luna. And you know what kind of beast mode I went into after that, for those of you who were here. And that's really my attitude when it comes to Baked. Wasn't great. Wasn't good. It wasn't nice being called a scammer after we didn't scam anyone. Wasn't nice losing or not having the best launch. But what we are seeing is that we may get the most hated rally in the world because we actually have one of the most resilient communities out there, and you can kind of see it in the charts. Yes, the paper hands went out, but we actually got the hated rally now, and it will probably continue. Now, really, the choice is up to everybody here. We can stop innovating, and we can stop trying, and we can stop trying to give you guys free things. Next month I want to give away a Cybertruck, okay, to a member of the community. But I'm scared that you'll call me a scammer. Or I can try and do it. And doing it. And actually double down. I'm doubling down. If you're going to be here, put on your helmet and double down. Sometimes the things that we do are going to be fucking amazing, and sometimes we're not going to be perfect in our execution. We don't know we have never done this before, and we're doing our best every single time. And we're doing our best to change your lives. Our lives are changed already. Our lives are amazing. Don't worry about us. We're doing our best to change our lives. We all work here with a mission every single day. We've trained 200,000 people for free in crypto schools. No one else has done that. We gave our entire community like tens of millions of dollars for free. No one else in the world has done that. And when we get one thing wrong, you come into the chat and you call us scammers and you call us con artists and you accuse us of sniping our own tokens, when 𝗕𝗤𝗙𝗎𝗏𝒡 fucking admitted that they were the ones who sniped the fucking token. Cool. I hope the weak hands are out. And when I say I hope the weak hands are out, I really hope that the weak hands are out, not only out of this chart, but actually out of the chart of the Banter subscribers. I hope the weak hands are out. Because those that hold are going to be part of the most hated rally of all times. And you can see it in the subscriber numbers. You can see it you can hate us, but right now, this is where we're at. I'm not going to stop innovating. I'm not going to stop trying. I'm not going to stop failing. I see today we're getting a message here from Bojan who said, "Run changed my life today." I'm not going to stop innovating. We were the only ones who came up with the fucking Banter bags. Last bull market, we gave away $20 million. No one else did that. Okay, we maybe we made a mistake. Maybe we did. We probably should have launched it not as a fair launch, but we should have sniped 100% of the tokens, and we should have burnt the rest of the tokens. Who cares? Now we've got two options. We acknowledge, we dust ourselves off, and we live to fight another day, or we're scared to continue innovating. We've shaken the crazy hands out of this chart. I've actually even said I'm gonna match the biggest buy in the last 2 hours, and I will. And I think the biggest buy is $70,000, and I'll start buying $70,000. Someone says they're not out. They're waiting for more free shit. Cool. We'll get those guys out, and then we're going for the ride together. I had to air that because I really felt like it wasn't nice sitting here yesterday and seeing scam. I was the most disappointed out of everyone. That Bake didn't go to 250 million. I was the one who wanted it to go to 250 million more than anyone else. And we'll carry on experimenting because we ain't giving up. And for those of you who want to be here, be here. And for those of you who don't want to be here, and for those of you who want to knock us every time we make a mistake, well, you're going to watch this and it's going to be the most hated rally in the world, because the last time you wrote me off was after Luna. The last time you called me a scammer was after Luna. I don't know if you remember, but you said, "Scammer, you put us all into Luna." I don't know about your portfolio, but my portfolio has gone much higher since then. Don't write us off, because you'll sit on the sidelines and you'll watch the most hated rally in history. Because I know one thing. When I fall down, I get up, I take the learnings, I'm humble, I'm here, I admit when I'm wrong, I look at the data, I know what I've done right, I know what I've done wrong, I know how I'm going to do it again, And maybe I might even do it again and just airdrop the new token to the baked holders, excluding the sniper and the ones that are still around. Maybe. I'm not promising anything. Not promising a thing. Not promising anything. But I can tell you that I'm going to get up again and I'm going to fight back again, and I'm going to build the biggest and richest community in the world, regardless of whether or not we made a mistake. And just for the record, I think we did make a mistake, but I think that the people that left us because we made the mistake, and you can see those people, you can see exactly who they are. You can see exactly who they are. It's all these people over here that sold into the FUD. Let them watch from the sidelines. I'm not in charge of the baked chart. You guys are. You guys have the tokens. You can decide whether you want to sell or buy. I'm going to match the biggest buy, that's for sure. But it's not about baked. It's actually about the much bigger picture. Don't discourage us from experimenting to change your lives, because we're doing it in good faith. And if you discourage us, if you put us in a position where if we make mistakes, you are discouraging us from experimenting. And if we don't experiment, we ain't going to change the world, guys. If we didn't experiment with Gummy, we wouldn't have given you we wouldn't have given tens of millions of dollars to our community for free. If we didn't experiment with staking your Gummy to get baked, we wouldn't have been able to launch baked. And some will succeed and some will fail. And hopefully more will succeed than those that have failed. And I just want those who don't want to be part of the ride to get out and drop the chart. And those that do, both internally at Banter and externally, you guys are in for the ride of your lives. And I'll tell you why. Because I back myself, and I back Sheldon, and I back Kyle, and I back Dylan, and I back Fefe, and I back Hustle, and I back every single Banter host and every single cog in the wheel, because I know that they are here because they believe in the mission of changing people's lives. So no more of that bullshit of we're your best friends when you make us rich, but when you make a mistake, you're a fucking scammer. I'm glad that's out the way. Honestly, I'm glad that's out the way. I do want to give love to one of our sponsors, because I promised them that I would, and they're a fucking great sponsor. The sponsor is EtherMail. I've told you before what EtherMail is. It's email that you can actually add to your ETH address. Now, look how cool this is. So this is my inbox, which is linked to my ETH address. If I open this inbox, it says read to earn. I click it, and you see I've just earned 5 tokens. So people are paying me to send messages into my ETH address. You see how cool this is? So like, again, let's just see, I've got a whole lot of ETH mails, because obviously people have realized the tokens in my address. But like here, I can read to earn, I open it, bang. Now you can limit the amount that you're getting. You can up the amount of money that you're getting. If you want to sign up them, there's a link under the show. It's called EtherMail. Sign up. Great service. You should link it up to all your ETH addresses, and you should just, you'll get amazing information. You can limit it, and you can actually earn. Anyway, guys, I'm glad I got it off my chest. It wasn't supposed to be a big part of the show. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Until then, trade well, my friends.